Hey, you already know who it is, Hammer fam. Welcome back to HammeredHead. It's HasLab season for the Mos Eisley Cantina. So as part of that campaign, we're going back into the Outlander Nightclub for some more bar vibes. We already looked at Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ilon Sleazebag Anno in a previous video. Today we're going to check out Lieutenant Dannl Faytonni and Achk Med-Beq. Achk Med-Beq. However you say that. These guys were played by Anthony Daniels and Ahmed Best, who obviously played C-3PO and Jar Jar Binks. So it's great that they got cameos in the movie where we can actually see their faces. It's a really good shot of them there. Looking really sketchy. I love that. And it's a good uniform too. I kind of like the color scheme on it. And then of course the bar table itself is like a really cool accessory. What a great world building piece. It's got a few other accessories. Awesome picture here. LT Dannl Faytonni. Don't let a uniform fool you should you find yourself in the depths of the Coruscant Entertainment District. Sure, there may be officials from the upper levels slumming it among the barflies at a Coruscant nightclub, but the Republic official or Senate guard may in fact be a con artist looking to separate you from your pocketbook. Though at first glance LT Dannl Faytonni seems to wear the uniform well, nothing should be taken for granted. Ooh, I wonder what con he's trying to pull. Some good shots of him there. And then Achk Med-Beq. Again, really good shot of Ahmed Best here. I love that they made this figure, and I'm hoping they could do another Ahmed Best with the sabered hand, Kelleran Beck. With his recent appearance in The Mandalorian, that would be a really sweet figure. But yeah, again, great bar table here. Pretty much exactly the same figure, other than the different head and hands, and then the different colored drink. Everything else is literally like the exact same sculpt on these. But that's okay. Another really cool shot here. I love like this makeup around his eye he's got going on. Achk Med-Beq. Known confidant of LT Dannl Faytonni, Achk Med-Beq wore the uniform of a Republic official while visiting a popular gambling club in Coruscant's glittering entertainment district. He was seen conversing with Twi'leks when a pair of Jedi showed up in pursuit of a changeling assassin. And again, some good shots here. Yeah, I'm pretty psyched about these guys. I've always loved the world building parts of action figures, so having like more bar pieces is sick. And these background characters are fun. Just the fact that it's cameos from such big actors in the movies is just a really nice touch. So I'm glad to have these figures in the collection and excited to see what cons they're going to pull when we pull them out. So let's check it out. The gang's all here, ready to sell you their latest NFT crypto scam. I think they look pretty good. I was a little worried in the box that the paint job was a little bland and the sculpt was kind of eh. But looking at them outside, I think the paint actually pops a lot better. And the sculpt isn't too bad. I think it actually looks overall pretty decent. I think they got Ahmed Best's appearance pretty well. There are these like factory defects in his neck, which is kind of lame, but looking at him head on, you can't see it. And I think he looks really good, especially the like eye makeup or tattoo that he has. Looks pretty phenomenal. And then the uniform is good. I like that shade of blue a lot. And the art or rank or whatever that is on his sleeves looks decent. It's not like super intense, but for a product of the times, I think this looks pretty decent. It's better than the Obi-Wan one for sure. They both have a holster within which you can place their blaster. And then that blue paint goes all the way down to the boots, and then the boots are also a nice shade of brown. They stand up pretty decently on their own. It does take a little finagling because their articulation isn't just right, but you can get them. And then their arm leans very naturally and comfortably on the table. So you can pose them with their drinks just hanging out at the bar, having a good time, which I really appreciate. Then again, exact same sculpt other than the head and hands. So I think Anthony Daniels isn't quite as well done here, but it's good enough. And they do both hold their accessories very well. Very solid grip on both the drink and the blaster, which I always appreciate. I never like a flimsy accessory hand, so I'm glad that these guys can actually get a grip of it. The accessories slap. Both of the drinks look awesome. I think it's a really good sculpt for the glasses. And then the shade of the red and blue and like the translucency of it looks really good. And again, they both hold them very well. Just slide that right back into his hand. So no issues on the stability of that glass. The blasters are both the same, but also a nice sculpt. I like the scope they put on them. And again, they both have a solid grip on it, or you can just slide it right into the holster, where it fits pretty well. And the bars are also both the same. It actually comes in a 2-piece set, so you just slide it right in there. There you go. And I like the detailing on that. I like this like sort of tabletop cover centerpiece up there, which looks nice. And then on my version, he actually, Dannl Faytonni like imprinted his foot onto the stand in the packaging, or maybe in the factory or something. I don't know how that happened, but it's okay. You know, whatever, just a little personality. And they both have 2 peg holes, so you can stick the guy right on there. There you go. To be honest, you don't need the peg holes, because they both stand up very well, and you can lean them against the bar if you needed to. But they're there if you wanted to have supporting characters as well. So I think that is a really good set piece, and I'm glad to have it. Articulation is basic. It's all swivel, but there's a decent amount of points. So he's got a neck, shoulder, elbow, wrists, waist, hips, knees, and boots swivel left and right too. So he can't do anything crazy, but he actually can do a pretty decent job of getting in a comfortable pose to stand in and move his arms around, so that's nice. So now we'll just try to build out the scene a little bit. I brought Obi-Wan and Mr. Sleazebag back in with their part of the bar, and we'll just add in these guys' tables for a little ambiance. Let them have a few drinks. What a lively nightclub. How fun. And that about does it for Lieutenant Dannl Faytonni and Achk Med-Beq. I know these guys are con artists, but this review is not, and I do mean it when I say that I really like these figures, and I think they're worth picking up. They're basic figures, but that bar table is a seriously epic accessory, and it's a great world-building piece. I also just think they're great background characters. It's fun that they're cameos from the main cast, but they also look good in their uniforms, just standing there, kicking back, having a good time. So if you're building up a bar or anything like that, and you need people to just, be patrons in there, these are a good choice for sure. If you like this side of world building and you want a bigger bar or cantina, I'd highly recommend backing the HasLab Mos Eisley Cantina. I'll leave a link for it in the description. But get in on that while you can. #backthebar. But that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments. As always, thank you to all my Patreon subscribers. Remember to follow on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Check out the Patreon page. And don't forget, stay hammered.